It's Christmas time all over the world, and Christmas here at home. The church bells chime.
Welcome back. You're listening to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
And I'm Eric Stromer.
And I am a gardener, and you are a gardener, and maybe you have a gardener on your shopping list for the holidays. And so thought we'd talk about some cool things that are out there if you're kind of like, what am I doing? I mean, I have so much shopping still to do. Have you started your shopping?
You know, I'll tell you, my wife this year has done something unheard of.
She's done it all already?
Basically, she's done it all on the interweb.
Good.
She's ordered everything, and I don't know how the kids haven't figured this out yet, because every day there's like 3 boxes that show up. Another package for Mom.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, geez, well, she must have gotten a lot of things, and then I just keep taking them back to the storage
in the
facility,
hideaway.
in the hideaway place,
secret.
Which to me is a genius miracle. Because I'll tell you, you drive by those mall parking lots in the last couple of days.
It's nuts.
It's insane.
But if you're thinking about a gardener on your shopping list, what do you buy? Well, there are so many easy, breezy things that you can not only get but make. For instance, this is something that is so easy. It is a DIY, quick and dirty gift for the gardener. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
We talk a lot about chalk paint, right?
Okay.
You can get a can of chalkboard paint, even made by Rust-Oleum. You get a little box of chalk, and you get a nice little terracotta pot, and you're going to paint that baby with the chalkboard paint. You're going to chalk it up with a loving little...
Chalk it up.
You're going to chalk it up with a loving little, comment saying, hey, Eric, Merry Christmas, something like that,
you
or
did it again.
garden away. And then look at what you're going to put inside. You're going to wrap it with some twine. You can put a gift card to your favorite garden center. You could put some bags of seeds like basil and thyme and whatever, and maybe a little shovel. And that is your gardener's Christmas present.
This is a
for the
beautiful,
gardener on your
beautiful
list.
thing.
Hint, hint. I wouldn't mind getting this. I'm just telling you, and it won't.
Interesting.
Now I love.
I love the subtlety of how this is going down.
You can even put some bulbs in there, like amaryllis bulbs.
Why don't you just make a list, Cindy, and send it to me via the iPhone?
No, I won't. Well, this is cheaper than the blue box that I love. I was looking
true. after
your budget, but
I'm grateful.
I'm thinking that if you have the gardener on your list, think
Yeah.
about it. How fun! You could buy like 10 of these. Maybe you have multiple gardening friends.
It's a great idea.
And you're done with all your holiday shopping.
And you can put together all sorts of combinations like this. People, you get the standard fruit basket, right? You get different fruits all around the world.
Right.
What about this idea of just, like, for example, those little knee pads that you have for the gardener?
Yes.
You get one of those, a set of those, and then you get some maybe gardening shoes and gloves, and then some lovely hand tools. Yeah, I think you can get in and out of that
and you
thing
put
for
all that in the basket.
$120.
Wow.
Right? That's a
really,
good
that's a
gift.
great...
That's a thoughtful gift that is going to be used. That's the thing I'm overwhelmed by. Sometimes I'll buy these gifts for my kids, and and after a day they're gone, or they're playing with the paper instead of the actual toy. Things like this, you're actually using them all year.
Really
Love
great.
it.
And I think, too, by the way, that you think your gift was $120. I think that for the gift that I'm suggesting with the terracotta pot and the chalk, you're done.
That's $30.
$30. So that if you really have a tight budget, you could make multiple ones of those. So depending, hey, we have flexible ranges of depending on, who you're shopping
Sure.
for.
Yeah.
Thinking about a gardener, I always love getting Christmas ornaments for people. There are some really cute and clever watering can or other kinds of garden shear, garden-related ornaments that you can find at some of these little arts and crafts stores and also online. There's a site called Gardener's Supply Company. You can find almost like a little glass greenhouse ornament. Just think of how cute that is to honor the gardener in your life by helping them celebrate their favorite hobby and pastime during the holidays or year-round.
And then what's the time frame? And like you can order online up till how many days before?
Well,
a couple of days, right?
it
3
depends
days,
how
4
much you
days?
want to pay for shipping. You know what I mean?
Right.
So get started now because, it gets nuts up to the last few days. Another really good idea, everyone is into edibles. Why not think about giving that certain gardener on your list a set of, all things edible, whether it's already a pre-made salad in a box. We've talked about that, like it's a little planter, or maybe it's not planted yet, but it's all the ingredients so they can make it on their own. It's the seeds for the different kinds of veggies or herbs. If they're a cook, especially, they can go from the garden to their kitchen.
That's fantastic. And and who can forget, by the way, the great Tilly sun hat? Have you seen those?
Oh, yeah.
Man, those are beautiful. And they float if they come off your head on water. They'll float. They'll never sink. It's indestructible and guaranteed for life.
Perfect.
Check those out. Those
Perfect.
are great.
Yeah. You can also order, speaking of online, I've done this before, where you send someone that is the gardener on your list a plant every month. And there are certain websites.
Nice.
So that's not just like a present for now, but it's throughout the year. And let's say they're getting 1 month it's a tulip. The next month, it's pansies. I mean, fill in the blank and you can make your selection. And every month a new plant or flower is arriving at their front door.
I think that's
Do you like that?
That's very thoughtful.
It's a great gift for your mother-in-law.
And again, it reminds you it's the gift that keeps on giving year round.
Again, your mother-in-law was reaching out. Marilyn.
And speaking of which, boy, there's a whole world to be had in terms of bird feeders for the gardener.
Yeah.
Because that's such a lovely thing to adorn that garden with. Man, there's so many options there.
Well, birding is a very popular hobby, and so you could get somebody all that they need to kind of get started with birding.
And if you do that, please buy at least 500 pounds of finch food.
To get a finch feeder.
Once those folks know it's there, it's like you got to be on it.
Now, we've talked about making art out of seed packets, right? And how about turning a bunch of seed packets into some kind of a display, maybe even a garden wheel, and it's filled with all the seeds. So now it's not only art, or you could take a frame, a glass frame, and then what you were suggesting, overlapping them almost like a...
like a roofing shingle.
Like a roofing shingle.
Yeah.
And then you would, let's say if it was like an 8x10 frame, you just get a glass frame for art, but instead inside you slide these seed packets.
Yeah, and you're going to want to start the core. It's like, say, for example, you're going across, like you're reading from left to right. You start at the bottom of the page, put your layer there in a line next to each other, and then you do the next one about halfway down on the one below it and work your way all the way to the top, and that gives you that look of a shingled roof.
Yeah. You can also get somebody maybe a balcony railing planter. Maybe it's a friend on your list and they're living in a condo or an apartment and they have a balcony, or maybe they have a house, but how fun is that to get to them a couple of these railing planters? There's a bunch of them out there that have already a pre-made kind of a little arch that just sits atop on the railing.
Have you considered the succulent in a box?
No.
Oh.
Well, I should. I love succulents.
You made one.
Yeah, I did.
But you can buy these things probably about $50. It's about an 8x10 or 10x10 box. It can be made of, wood, obviously, and then inside little succulents that you can either have just sitting outside on a table in a sunny window or hanging on a wall. Those are great.
How about this? How about a grow your own mojito set?
Get the heck out of it. Now you're talking my language.
And what this would be is you would get, again, this is a cute little kit that you can put together yourself. You could go to a great store where they sell great, 12-ounce tumblers or glasses, fill in the blank, Pier 1 Imports or Crate and Barrel, whatever, inexpensive, whatever you like. Get like a set of 4 of them. And then you would get some easy-to-grow mint seeds, and you would get maybe a little wooden pestle, and then a garden marker and instructions. And all of that now becomes a quick little kit, maybe even a lime plant.
Ooh.
See? And now they've got the mint and the lime. Mojito in a box. Isn't that cute?
Love it.
Yeah.
How about the gathering basket? Have you seen those?
No, what's that?
It's sort of a wire basket with a handle that you can, get your harvest and put it in there and pick your tomatoes as you're walking through your lovely garden.
Perfect.
Isn't that
Perfect.
Nice? About $40.
What about an herb drying rack? Because, now that you've been growing those herbs for your mojito or whatever, it looks really cool to have it hanging.
By the way, may I just interject something
What's
today?
that?
There's been a lot of references for alcoholic
no,
beverages
there
today.
aren't. No,
Between
they're
the
not.
Christmas tree
And the
mix
mojito.
and the mojito.
You can make it virgin. No. There's not.
I don't know what's going on here.
No.
The holiday season's got us going a
It's
little
the
nutty.
spirit of the season.
Yes, it is.
Come
Spirits,
on.
no pun
But this
intended.
herb drying rack, picture that in your kitchen.
That's lovely.
It's kind of a rustic, fun look, and that could be, it's a metal, circle that has these, what would you call them, little hanging devices, and you put that in your kitchen, and you can use that to hang the herbs up, and I think that gardener in your life would love that for Christmas.
Love it.
Right?
Have you seen the apple tree in a basket?
No.
That's kind of cool. It's an apple tree to be kit, And it's basically it's like a burlap bag with apple tree seeds in it. $22. This is an amazing thing. Apple tree to be a kit.
Now, this is something that is kind of like high tech, because I know you're always worried about how much to water your plants. We all are, right? And I actually have this. It's called the Easy Bloom Plant Sensor. And it basically is a USB port that has a plastic, almost like a fake flower on top of it. And it has a little plunging device, and you put that into the soil, whether it's in a container or in the ground. And then you take it inside, and then you take it apart and put the USB port into your computer. And it will now tell you how much water, how much sun that particular plant needs. So it basically reads the soil, and it measures all that stuff.
Oh, that's great.
It's kind of a cool thing. It's a high-tech little gadget.
You know what else is a great idea? Hanging garden signs, which are kind of cute. They can be anything. We could use your chalk paint again on a little piece of slate, or you can buy these things. They're about $12, $15 each. Say things on them like path of least resistance.
Ooh.
Right?
That's really nice.
That's funny, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
I heard the other day someone just told me, if you can't fight and you can't flee, flow. So we could put that in
fight, fleet, flow.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
love it.
You put that in your garden, and everyone's into vertical gardens. Not only can you get the woolly pockets, but they now also make them in terracotta, kind of like an earth box mini garden that is perfect for herbs, and it works vertically. It's like a little mini wall art. And you just kind of put your herbs or your mini plants right there, stack them up like 6 in a row. Anyway, we have more great ideas to help you get ready for the holidays. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, you're listening to Home Wizards.